How y'all doing? Welcome back to Folk Solo Sports Show. I want to start off by saying, excuse me in the last video, man. I was up like 3 days with only like 6, 7 hours of sleep. So one eye looked crazy. I just realized it though. And I was so tired, I forgot to even grab my mic. I was just trying to get a video out. Forgot to grab my mic. But we back again, and once again, I was right on Lakers versus Nuggets in Game 5. Lakers did not underestimate the Nuggets. They knew that they are a problem, especially when they were down 3-1 to any team, and they knew not to even let them get comfortable and think that they can come back on them. They took control of the game and just kept the lead basically the whole entire game and never let it even be close. Was playing defense very well, shutting them down, and LeBron came up big, triple-double in Game 5 to close it out. He said, not around here. This is not Kawhi Leonard or Paul George. 38, 16, and 10, I believe, on a triple-double. Only player, one of the only players to do that in a closing game. So, shouts out to LeBron doing his thing in that game there. And now is in the NBA Finals for the 10th time in his career in only 17 years. That's crazy right there. Been in the finals more than half of his career. Y'all got to think about that right there for y'all people that say LeBron's not even on y'all Mount Rushmore as far as basketball goes. Y'all got to think about that. He been to more NBA Finals than half of his career. Like, that's crazy. There's only a couple other players who know how that feels. Bill Russell is one of them. And then we got the Heat. Shouts out to the Heat. I thought that would go to Game 7, but they did not let that happen. They had the lead in the first 2 quarters, let it slip away in the third, but in the fourth, turned things around and just start shutting the game down. They was not trying to let that go to an elimination game, and the Celtics were the favorites by a lot of people, and they closed that out real quick. They said, "No, we ain't going 7 games." Jimmy Butler turning up on the Celtics. Jason Tatum, very good player. But the guys, the Jaylen Brown guy and the Kemba Walker, they're good, but they're no Anthony Davis to LeBron James, or they're no Scottie Pippen to Jordan. So I think for the Boston Celtics to win a championship in the future, they're going to have to get another guy there to help Jason Tatum. I think that guy would have been Kyrie Irving if he didn't leave and go to the Nets, which I don't think it will work out for Kyrie on the Nets either. Not being negative, just, keeping it real. He had a great leader and left LeBron. Then he left the Celtics and left Jason Tatum high and dry there, and that's a reason that the Celtics aren't in the finals right now. If Kyrie Irving is still on the Boston Celtics, there's no way that the Miami Heat beat the Boston Celtics with Jason Tatum and Kyrie Irving on one team. But Kyrie Irving, I don't know if he's switching up now, but we'll get into that later. That's another topic. All right, but shouts out to the Heat winning the Eastern Conference Finals, first time since LeBron was on the team in 2014 when they went to the finals and lost against the San Antonio Spurs. So shouts out to Jimmy Butler, Hero, Iguodala, Robinson, all them guys on the Heat doing their thing, getting to the finals for the Heat in the first time in 6 years. And I like a point that Shannon Sharp brought up. Oh, so now is Now is Jimmy Butler a hero for the Heat? Like, because Kawhi was considered a hero for the Raptors when he did it, when they're doing it in the East. But when LeBron was doing it in the East, oh, it was just because it's the East. Oh, he can't do it in the West. And y'all are lying. Y'all are lying. A lot of y'all broadcasters, sports broadcasters, y'all are lying. Y'all tried to say that y'all didn't think he would. Y'all said that he wouldn't be able to do it in the West. Y'all just tried to make it seem like, oh, we said we don't think it can happen more often in the West. But I don't really see a slowdown. Y'all try to act like it's a slowdown. All that happened was he really got injured last season. Now, does he go to the finals 9 years in a row, and this would have been his 10th? Probably not, because he has to play against the Golden State Warriors with Kevin Durant, Curry, and Klay Thompson last season. So the Lakers probably still lose in the Western Conference Finals or something like that if LeBron doesn't get hurt. But he still probably gets at least to the Western Conference Finals last year. And it doesn't slow down not one bit because LeBron came to the West. Wherever he goes, it's going to be good. They can make a North, they can make a South, and with 30 more teams, and LeBron's still going to do good. It does not matter. Y'all need to just get that through y'all heads. So we got the Heat and the Lakers in the NBA Finals. I'm going to give this a 4-1 to the Lakers. 5-game series to the Lakers. It's more than likely going to be the same exact thing. They're going to win. They're going to lose either the first game or the third, and then they're just going to win the rest of the games. And that's not even the Miami Heat's fault. Yeah, they're a very good team. They don't give up, but they just, honestly, they don't got nothing to go against LeBron first. And then he got Anthony Davis to back him up now, which I've always been saying for years. If LeBron gets somebody that can go up. Now, Anthony Davis, he has been slacking a little bit on the rebounds, but usually he does pretty good. And LeBron always had to lead in every single category. Now he has somebody that he can give this he could pass this category off to this person now. He don't got to worry about being the best at assisting, scoring, rebounding, getting blocks, steals. He don't got to worry about being the best now at everything on the court. And I've been saying if he gets Anthony Davis that it was an automatic championship. Already giving this one to the Lakers. Hopefully it happens, because if the Heat win, it would just be crazy. But I got this in 5 games for the Lakers, and I even got the Lakers going back to the NBA Finals. I'm already saying it right now. Lakers are going back to the NBA Finals next season against the Brooklyn Nets with Kyrie and KD on the Brooklyn Nets. And it's going to be, and y'all are saying that this is one of the hardest things LeBron ever has had to go through. Next season, it's going to get even harder, because if the Houston Rockets stay together with James Harden and Russell Westbrook, that's going to be hard. You're going to have to get through them. You're going to have to get through the Clippers. You're going to have to get through the Warriors again, who's going to be healthy. The Dallas Mavericks with Porzingis and Luka Doncic. You're going to have to get through the Denver Nuggets, who they just beat, who just doesn't give up and who's bound to try to win the championship. And the Utah Jazz with my man Mitchell on there dropping big points in big games. And he just needs another good player by his side, as these other guys have. So next season, the quest is hard this season. I mean, a lot of y'all are kind of tripping, though, saying that this was LeBron's, toughest run. It's still not tougher than the run he had in 16 when he got all through those playoffs, and then came back down 3-1 in the NBA Finals. It's still not better than that. That ending right there is that's just too amazing right there. Like, that's something that only gets done if you put the video game on autoplay and the video game plays itself. Like, that's something that only happens in a video game, coming back down from 3-1 in the NBA Finals. So that's this season run is still not better than what LeBron did in 16. I'll let you know that right now. It's tough, but it's not tougher. 16 still has first place. This one has second. Now, if next season he wins the NBA Finals and he gets 5 rings, that will be the toughest. That will go above the 2016 win in that whole playoff run, because he's going to have to get through 8 good teams, at least 8 very good teams in the West, and still going to have to play KD and his old teammate Kyrie Irving in the NBA Finals and beat them. And they are going to be the best, guaranteed going to be the best team in the East. So that will go above 16 next season. Then 2016 Finals one will be the second hardest. And then this, when they beat the Heat, which I predict they will, this will be the third, not the first or the second. And after this, I will tell y'all about, we even got Paul Pierce now saying, finally stepping up and admitting that LeBron will be in second place right behind Jordan. He wasn't even in his top 5 before, but now Paul Pierce is saying if LeBron wins this championship, he is second to Michael Jordan, but he still has a lot of work to do to pass Michael Jordan still. He said he has to win 3 more championships, plus this one. So he said he still got a lot more work to do. I'm going to tell y'all how that LeBron will most definitely get all the people. He's not going to get the people who just already got it set in their mind that Michael Jordan's the best. You're never going to change their thought on that. Just like you're never going to change the people who already think LeBron is better than Michael Jordan. You're not going to change that. But I'm going to tell you in the videos after the Lakers win the finals, which I predict they will once again, I'm going to tell you how those people who are still in between, who didn't decide yet on if Michael Jordan or LeBron James is the best, I'm going to tell you, and it's going to sound crazy, but I'm going to tell you how people are going to, with no doubt, say that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan, who's stuck in the middle there. So we got game 1 coming up on Wednesday, and I think Heat will win this first game, and everybody, Skip Bayless and all these other people, are going to be roaring about the Heat, just like they did. Charles Barkley did about the Trailblazers and said that the Lakers are going to get swept, and then it was a gentleman's sweep for the Lakers against the Trailblazers. I think that's what's going to happen in this NBA Finals, and it's not going to go as far as people think it will. Lakers in 5, and that's what I got for y'all today as far as the NBA goes. Like, subscribe, comment down below what you think. Send me any sports questions you have in the email in the description below. This is Folk Solo Sports Show. We only talk about sports over here. So if you're tired of going to these other sports shows and they talking about politics, race, religion, Me Too movement, and all that other stuff that is just problematic. Not saying that we shouldn't worry about it, but just problematic. If you don't want to hear all that and you just want to hear sports, come to Folk Solo Sports Show, because that's all I talk about over here. And I'm going to get back with y'all. Thank you.